Hello, I'm Ed Evans on this January 4th, 2022. I'm going to share a video introduction to Jimmy Carter's report for the year 2000. This is a historical document. I'm just going to cover the table of contents to give an idea of what he was thinking about. And it's amazing reading this document. I have a PDF. I'm leaving a link below in the description. That's all the time I'm going to take. If I were to compare Jimmy Carter, incidentally, to other presidents, I would rank him favorably in terms of environmental foresight because of this report. Comparing Jimmy Carter to Ronald Reagan and Trump, I'd say Carter was playing with chess pieces and the others with checkers pieces. And you know exactly what I mean now. Carter was much deeper and broader and had a great deal more depth in terms of environmental issues, concerns, and knowledge. At least he had the foresight to use his knowledge. The others had the same knowledge. They had the same information, perhaps more, considering that they came to office much later when climate science had even matured more using its various models, boots on the ground in the Arctic, Antarctic, oceans, and so forth. That's all I have for now. Here it comes. The report to the president, Global 2000. Jimmy Carter wanted something in writing, and he got it, and this is it. Entering the 21st century. This is where his mind was at. The man was concerned with the future. He had what I call intergenerational moral responsibility toward not only human beings, but wild nature, I would assume. Yeah, he was a peanut farmer. He probably learned a lot on that farm, but he probably read a lot and thought a lot, and he was sensitive to what was going on with the climate, what was going on with the environment, pollution, nuclear energy, fossil fuel use, and all the hazards promised by changing the surface of the earth almost overnight, historically speaking. Well, here we go. Forward. Contents. The study in brief. Building the study. Population and income. Population, very important to know about. We're going to hit 8 billion anytime now. Income, well, you know that story. Resources. Food, yeah, food's real important, especially now with climate change. Northern China is going to be hard-pressed to find food for its over a billion population. Vietnam is going to be hard-pressed as the world adds another 2 feet to the ocean because Vietnam is going to be hard-pressed once that salt water reaches the Mekong Delta, rice bowl of Southeast Asia. Fisheries, those are important because many fish are disappearing. I understand we are way down in our fish populations. Forest, we're burning the Amazon as I speak. The Amazon's lungs of the earth, they say. Well, what happened to Africa? The same thing. Water, yeah, water is disappearing too. Once the Himalayas melt, what are folks in that part of the world going to use for water, for crops, to drink? Non-fuel minerals, those are important. That's the source of wars. Look what happened to Bolivia and lithium. Yeah, somebody went in there with a corporation and they basically took away the resources that should have belonged to the indigenous people. Now the indigenous people are high and dry. No more minerals that they can control for their own wealth and well-being. Energy, you know that story. You know about solar and wind. I don't believe the two are going to be enough considering our lifestyles in Western civilization, but you know that's my opinion. Dig a little deeper in that on your own. Environmental consequences, you know about those impacts on agriculture. The bees and the butterflies and moths are beginning to disappear where they're needed. And that's because of pesticides, I assume. Could have to do with climate change as well. Who knows? I mean, we're learning more every day. Let's hope it's not climate change. Let's hope it's something we can fix. As you know, climate change is irreversible at this point. We have giving it to the next generation free of charge. All right, we know about water resources, forest losses, impacts on the world's atmosphere and climate. You know, we're reshaping the atmosphere as we speak. We're at 418, 420 parts per million now, and that's only going to climb. When it hits 450, I don't know. I probably won't be here, and I don't know if I want to be. Impacts of nuclear in California, Southern California, and when the San Onofre power plant went up, we were told it was going to provide so much energy our parents wouldn't need to have uh, meters on the walls for the electricity we use. That's what we were told. I was about 7, maybe 8, who knows, maybe 9. And the truth is, the waste from that power plant now sits on a cliff overlooking the Pacific Ocean, and nobody knows what to do with it. I guess there's tons and tons and tons of nuclear waste that's going to be poisonous, a pollution for thousands of years, no place to put it, probably too dangerous to move. Species extinction, that is dearest to my heart. And if you think I have a bias towards species populations in the wild, I do. I think that whatever the planet had 1,000 years ago, it should have in another 1,000 years. But that's not the case. They're going extinct by the hundreds. All right, that's all I have to say on the table of contents to the President's Report, year 2000. Jimmy Carter, way ahead of his time.